friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So welcome to our monthly creative cards and scrapbooking online. Each month, or the first Sunday of each month, Sharon from Creative, Studio Shazbaz and myself share a class that you can earn for free when purchasing $50 in our online stores. Now you can have the choice of the card class or the scrapbook pages. That's really crooked, isn't it? Sorry, just bear with me. So my internet isn't the best this weekend, so I'm sort of, so I can't really go live because it drops out all the time, especially when there's rain around. So this month we're using the brand new Unbounded Beauty Suite collection, which includes the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper. So this is one side and that's the other side. Okay, so that's what we're using for our class this month. So that's the papers, and I'll only be using 2 lots of papers from this one. It's that piece and that piece there. So those 2 pieces of what I'll be using. Okie dokie. And we're also going to be using the 24-26 in colour glimmer paper. So it's Summer Splash, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock and Petunia Pop. Okie dokie. So we'll crack on. So first up, what we're going to do, so this is the page we'll be creating, okay? It's a pretty simple, easy page, but I'm a very simple scrapbooker, okie dokie. And I'll try and give you some alternatives as we go along. So we'll just put that aside so we can make sure we get it right. So we'll bring in a 12 by 12 piece of basic white cardstock. First up, we're going to grab this piece of DSP. I should have done this beforehand, but that's okay. So I'm using tear and tape adhesive. You don't have to, you can use what you're most comfortable with, but I sometimes find I prefer tear and tape on my pages. But in saying that, I don't always do it either. Especially when sticking my photos down, it's not so much the papers or anything. I think it's more the photos. I don't like to put liquid glue on my photos. Okay, so we'll just put this on first. Now, I tend to eyeball a lot of my stuff with scrapbooking, and I hope that it's straight. So what we're going to do now is sort of put this in the middle of the page so that it's equal top and bottom, but we're gonna luckily I haven't stuck it down. We're going to move it right over to the end, and that's not to the end. I don't know why I don't do it this way. Yes. Okay. So it works best for me if I tend to turn it side on. I seem to get it. Oh, wow, I'm making a mess of this, aren't I? You can always peel off a little bit of tape at a time and do it that way, but that's too easy for me. And it's a little bit crooked, but you're not going to notice it that much. Then I've grabbed a piece of the same DSP or from the same pack, and we're going to put this across here like this. But first up, what we're going to do is just cut this end into a better shape. And I just cut straight down the middle, and then I cut either side to that middle point. That way you know that it's going to be sort of even. Okay, now we're going to use tape again, so fingers crossed we get this right. Whoops, that's not going to work, is it? So I'll just put a little bit here, and I'm just going to put a piece smack down the middle, eh? Just like that. Now I'm going to turn this around again so that I can get it nice and straight. I could probably use glue on this, but that's okay. We'll put it about a quarter of the way from the bottom, making sure again it's nice and straight. Whoops. Wow, I'm not having a good day. So you may have seen Sharon's already, because she went live about 1 o'clock. I think she was going live today. Okay, so that's that. And that's a little bit crooked too, but doesn't matter. So that's that. And it's going to annoy the hell out of me. I wonder if I can... No, I won't risk it. Okie dokie, so we've done that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our flowers now, eh? So we'll bring in our mat, and we'll bring in our stamps. Now I don't know whether I mentioned it or not, but this sweet collection has a mega bundle, which means it's got 2 stamp sets, 2 bundles to it. So you've got your Unbounded Love and your Flowers of Beauty stamp sets, as well as the dies. These are all shapes. They're great actually, I love them. So they're all our shapes. And then this one is just our floral shapes. Few lit flowers and leaves. Okay, so we need this one, and I've got the stamps out. So what we're going to do is stamp 3 flowers, and I'm using Pretty in Pink and Berry Burst for these. So we're going to stamp our outline first with a Berry Burst, and we need 3, so we'll do 3. 1. Now all the new in colours go with these papers, plus Berry Burst, and I think there's a couple of others that you could team up to. But in saying that, you can easily create your own colour combination. That's always a lot of fun too. Okay, and then we're going to do our solid flower with Pretty in Pink. Now, to match them up, there's a little pointy end here, so I just match it in with that. I'll show you when you do it. So we're going to stamp off once, and see this pointy end? I'm going to match this pointy end with that pointy end. Whoops. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's a lovely stamp actually, there you go. So I've matched the 2 pointy ends to there, and you'll get a good image or match up every single time. Then we're going to bring in this die, and again the die has the pointy end, so all you're going to do is put the pointy end to the pointy end and it will match in perfectly. Okay, so through the magic of television we have 3 stamped flowers. Put that aside. 1, 2, 3, just like that. So while we've got these out, we're going to pop these up on dimensionals, eh? 1, 2. Whoops. And I'm going to take the sticky lids off as well, so I may regret that decision, but we'll see what happens. One. Now we need our scissors. I'll grab 2 more, just like that. So we'll put that aside as well. Then what we've done, what we'll do is, we'll stick those down actually, there's nothing to say we can't. So all I'm going to do is arrange how I think. 1, whoops, 2, and 3. Okay, so that's done. Then what I've done is I've cut a leaf, well 2 leaves actually, from the Show Shamrock glimmer paper, using the leaves from Unbounded Love Dies. This double one here. Okie dokie. So we've done 2 of those, and let me find them. I've got a whole bunch of stuff die cut here. Where's my leaves? Here they are. 1, 2. This is really nice glimmer paper actually. It's really easy to stick down. Things will stick. You can stick on top of it, and the best part is it doesn't come off. You know, all the glimmer, the glitter. I'm just taking this little bit out of here. And a couple I've missed here. Missed a lot actually, haven't I? Now this suite, I don't know whether you caught us or not, but we did National Scrapbooking Day over yesterday and today with Lauren from Stampin' in the Tropics, Sharon and myself. So, oops, if you haven't seen that, head over to our YouTube channels and you'll be able to catch us there. Sharon and Lauren did 2 12 by 12 pages and I did 2 6 by 8 pages, just for something a little bit different. The 6 by 8 pages go to my niece along with the 12 by 12, but her kids create their own photo album. So I just think it's a great size for the kids. So we're just going to stick that there like that. Now I've only put adhesive on the bottom, around the bottom of our leaves. I just like the rest of them to hang loose. Yeah, they did a beautiful, gorgeous pages, each of them. They're lovely actually. So now if you wanted to, there is a stamp in here. Well, there's a couple of stamps. You could easily stamp this small flower. You could stamp these mini flowers. You could even stamp, I don't know the names of flowers, I'm sorry. This image all over here if you wanted to, just to fill up that white space. And I'd probably stamp off once before you did it so that it's really nice and light, just as a subtle background. But I'm not going to do that, but that's just an option you can have. Okay, so while we're here, we're gonna, and I'm going to use glue for this. I'm sick of sticking things crooked. So I've got a mat of Berry Burst. And we're just going to stick that smack bang here. Making sure it's nice and straight. I should have my ruler actually. There you go. Just like that. Okay. So in this class, if you choose the scrapbooking pages, you get the instructions with the link to the video, and you'll get your kit for your pages. So you'll get my page as well as Sharon's page. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do these two shapes here. Now I've already die cut them again, and this is using this big shape here and this one here. Okay, so the smaller one we've done in basic white, and the bigger one we've done in Shy Shamrock. Oh. I'm not having a good day. Excuse me. Once again, we're going to stick this down, and we're just going to do that with a little bit of glue. And again, we're just going to put a little bit along the bottom of the stem and a little bit up, a little bit. That makes sense. And we're leaving the top hang loose again. So we're just going to put that there, just like that. And we're going to grab our basic white one, and again I'm just applying a little bit of glue along the bottom of the stems. Okie dokie. Just like that. Now, if you decide to overlap your photo, which I've done in this instance, it will be overlapped, don't put glue under here. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to fit your photo in underneath. Okay? Just like that. Then what we're going to do is bring in a little bit of twine. I'm thinking we might do a double bow, hey? I've only done a single bow on this, on our page, but I think we might do a double bow this time, and that's not a very good one. So all I do is just double the twine or ribbon in half and just tie the bow as per normal. Just play with it till you're happy with your size, and I just keep pulling it, and then I just fray that out a little bit. Grab our scissors, which these aren't the best scissors, and just cut that double loop that was there. Grab our mini glue dots and our doobie decker. Take your pick tool and we're just going to put it smack bang there. The sticky little devils. I still didn't get that right. Just there, like that. And that's that. Then what we're going to do is we've got a little shape here. Now I've die cut that using this rectangle shape from the Unbounded Love bundle. So this is it here, and you've got your leaves on the end of the rectangle. Okie dokie. And I've die cut that twice from basic white, which means you'll get that shape and you end up with this shape as well. Don't throw this away, I'll show you why in a minute. Then I also did one, I haven't even plugged this out yet, with Pretty in Pink. Okay. There's the lovely shapes in this set of dies or bundle, and they could be used for any purpose. Lots of potential, and would probably suit any stamp set that you have in your stash. So we'll just keep going. Now I could have done this with my little brush, but I don't mind just poking them out separately like that. I find it very therapeutic. A little bit sick, I know, but okay. So that's that, like that, okay? Then what we're going to do is move this out of the way first up. We're going to stick these two pieces together. So all we're going to do, little bit of glue all over that one, or you could do the back of that one, and we're going to stick these two back together, or well together. Okay, just like that. Now I've only done two, but you could do a third one if you wanted to, if you thought that it needed a little bit more height. Okay, then these two are going to be stuck together as well, but I'm going to use the fine tip glue this time and see how we go. Might bring in, this is where you need your silicone mat, but I'm going to bring in this because this needs replacing. Now, is this the one that works? Oh yeah. And I'm just randomly adding glue. If you wanted to, you could use the adhesive sheets. Just adding little dobs here and there. Bring in our second shape and just put it over the top, just ever so gently, eh? Making sure it all matches in nicely, which mine isn't doing. Boy, I've mucked this up today. And the same with your frame. Just gently go around it and just touch it so that it sticks nicely. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to grab our Pretty in Pink, Pretty Glimmer one, and again, that's just not stuck there. We're going to do the same thing. Now, if you had a cut 3, then when we're putting the pink one on, would be a third one, okay? But you could do any colour you wanted. And again, round our sides. Whoops. Just like that. Always put your lid back on straight away. And we're just going to match them in again. Whoops. I seem to be all thumbs tonight for today. There you are. And then very gently going around the shape and matching it in. Okay. Just like that. Gosh. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stick this on our frame, on our page. Okay, and we're just going to stick it down the bottom here. Now, I'm also thinking, on the original, I've got it down like that. But I'm thinking if we stick it up here like that, we've got a little bit of interest. I haven't really stuck this really well, but you know what? It's a little bit off center, the shape, but it's giving a little bit of interest, if you can see that. It's giving it a little bit of a shadow behind. So I'm not going to worry about that. So we're going to stick this down, and we're going to have our leaves up this side, and that'll give a little bit over to this side, a little bit of oomph over to this side. Again, our fine tip glue. And I'm just randomly going over it. I'm not too concerned. This is where you need your tweezers too. Is that all glued? I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Okay. Put that there just like that. Stick that down so that it's fairly nice and straight. Just like that. Okay. Now this piece we're going to stick smack bang in the middle again. But this time I'm going to have to fix that up. Well, I think I've missed gluing that. What do you reckon? Okay. That's better. So we'll just use this glue for that. And we're just going to add a little bit of glue to the back. And this can be for a little bit of journaling, or a title, or a name, or whatever. Okay, so that just sticks in there just nicely, and that's done. Bit of a mess, bit of a long process, but we've got there in the end. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is add our little flowers just here and there. So I've die cut those from a piece of the VSP, and I've used the large daisy dies. Okay, you could mix and match them if you wanted to and use some small, some large, but I've used all the large. And you could put, you could double them up onto each other as well if you wanted to. Okay, so we'll grab our daisies. That's the piece of glimmer paper that was left over. Don't throw that out because you may use that, so just keep that. Now what we're going to do is grab our bone folder. So we're going to use the pink side, okie dokie, with all the colours. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to do two at once. I'm holding these petals, these flowers in the middle while I'm just turning, whoops, the petals up a little bit with the bone folder. Be gentle and hold them from the middle. The petals are very small, okay? And I just twirl it around with my fingers then. I know that they'll go flat once you put them in your album, but it looks good while they're out. So we'll just do the same with these two. Just like that. You could scrunch the flowers if you wanted to. You could have scrunched those too if you wanted to. So I'm just going to do the 3 here. I'm just matching the petals in a little bit just to make it a little bit easier for me. And again, one lucky last time. Yeah, if you wanted a little bit of a scrunchy look, you could scrunch those and these as well. So all we're going to do is sort of arrange these. We'll put one there too, I think. Just like that. So what we're going to do now is a little bit of glue. I'll just move these aside. And I'm just guessing again. Whoops. I always use the tip of take your pick tool to just hold them into place for a couple of seconds, just so that they stick down. Could use tweezers if you wanted to, okay? Sorry about that. I forgot to silence my iPad. Just like that. Then we're going to finish them off with our resin dots. They're the 24-26 in colour resin dots, and they're part of the suite as well. Now you'll earn these for free when you spend $70 or over, okay? These aren't included in your kit, but that you will get them if you spend the $70, okay? So you spend $50 to receive either the card kits or the scrapbook pages, and $70 to receive the resin dots. Okie dokie. So we'll use this one, and I'm just going to use Pretty in Pink. You could use whatever colour you wanted, and I'm going to mix them up a bit actually. So some will be the bigger size, and some will be the smaller size. I'm missing two, okay. that's it. That's our page done. Okay. So I just go around then and flick these up again. Just for a little bit of interest. And as I said, if you didn't want all this white space, you could easily do that, any of the stamps randomly around this side, even up and down along the bottom, if you wanted to. Okay, but I would probably stamp off once, and you could do it the second lot in a different colour as well if you wanted to. Okay, so that's our page for today. That's the original. That's with the photo. I've changed the colour in this photo, and it's been printed onto cardstock because I don't have any photocopy paper at the moment. Can you believe? It's a bit shocked actually. Just let me fix that up. So that's the original, and that's that. Now I'll have a link to my online store, as well as a link to Sharon's video as well. Okie dokie, and it'll all be below in the description. Okay, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. See ya. All right.